Hello students, welcome to another session of All 4 e-learning program. I am DNR, your physics lecturer. We are discussing about the chapter called vectors. Well, in the previous session we have discussed about the cross product of two vectors. Today we will take up some of the basic properties of cross product and some illustrations regarding this cross product of vectors. So our topic today is cross product or vector product of two vectors. Cross product or vector product of two vectors. So before going to the chapter, let's have a recall of what are the necessary things to understand this chapter, this topic. So I was telling you, vector, physical quantities are of two types, scalars, vectors. Scalars, only magnitude, no direction. Vectors, both magnitude and direction. So vectors, both magnitude, direction, and they obey the laws of vector addition. Well, vectors represented by three methods. I was showing you the representation of vectors by three methods. Later I have discussed about different types of vectors, like vectors, parallel vectors, unit vector, all that. Then addition of vectors. You know, addition of vectors, there are two methods. The addition of vectors, there are two methods of addition, analytical method, graphical method. Triangle law, polygon law, triangle law for two vectors, polygon law for many vectors. Finding the resultant of many vectors, you should use polygon law. Finding the resultant of two vectors, you should use triangle law. Now analytical method, formula, Pareto law of vectors. So magnitude of the resultant root of a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta is the magnitude, and the direction tan alpha is b sin theta by a plus b cos theta. Then similarly subtraction of vectors, a square plus b square minus 2ab cos theta. Then later product of vectors. We have discussed dot product, the dot product of vectors, scalar product of vectors, right? And now today we will talk about cross product, vector product of two vectors. So if I imagine two vectors a bar and b bar, right, this way represented as two vectors starting from the same point, originating from the same point, co-initial vectors, they are starting from the same point. So then the smaller angle, inner angle is theta between them, right? Then the cross product of two vectors is another vector c bar, such that c bar is a bar cross b bar. C is a cross b. Now mod c is mod a, mod b, sine of the angle between the vectors. Right, so the magnitude of the resultant, so mod A, mod B sin theta, the angle is the smaller angle, inner angle, not the external angle, smaller angle you have to take. Now the direction of the resultant, well see, the cross product of two vectors will yield you a vector. So when you multiply two vectors, the cross product will yield you a vector, maximum, right. So the vector, it is yielding a vector which has got magnitude and direction. Well, magnitude is this, how about the direction? The direction of this vector is given as, so direction of c bar is perpendicular to the plane of A and B. The direction is perpendicular to the plane of A and B, perpendicular like this, normal to the plane of A and B, and it is given by right hand thumb rule. It's given by right hand thumb rule, right? So therefore, if A and B are in this plane, the direction will be like this, c bar perpendicular to the plane. Then perpendicular to the plane, there are two vectors perpendicular to the plane, outward normal, inward normal. Now which way? Then you have to take the right hand thumb rule, screw rule like this. So that way, so it is so the direction is like this. So direction of C in this direction, AC is mod A, mod B sin theta. Well, yesterday we were taking some properties of vectors. I was talking of the properties of vector product. The properties of vector product of two vectors. So first one, the vector product of a vector with itself. Suppose if you take the vector with itself, a bar cross a bar. Well, according to the formula, so if it is a cross b, then it is mod a, mod b sin theta. B is also a here. B vector is also a. So it's mod a, mod b, that is mod a. Now this sine of Well, A and A both are in same direction. A similar vector. So therefore angle is sine 0. Therefore it is 0. The resultant is a null vector, 0 vector. Well, it can take any direction. So A cross A is a 0 vector. So from this you can evaluate I cap cross I cap. What is I cross I? I. What is I? You know, I was telling you, if I imagine three mutually perpendicular directions like this, Cartesian 3D system, if I imagine three mutually perpendicular directions, then along x direction the unit vector is I cap. Along y direction the unit vector is j cap, and along z it is k cap. Like this. Well, if it is I cap cross I cap, I and I again, right? So this is I and again the same I. Well, both are in same direction. So it's mod I sine 0. It's 0. Similarly, j cross j. Well, again, j is a unit vector along y direction. So therefore, the unit vector here y. J again it is y. So mod j sine 0. Again it is 0. Well, k bar cross k bar. Same. So it is again in the same direction. Well, k is the unit vector along z direction. Normal, outward. So it's k cap mod k. Again sine 0 is 0. Right? So I cross j cross k or like this. First case. Then similarly, now I was telling you cross product of two vectors, it does not obey the commutative law. They are non-commutative, no commutation. So A cross B and B cross A both are not equal. They are not equal. They cannot be equal because A cross B will be in the direction perpendicular and outward. B cross A inward. Both are opposite. They are not equal vectors. They are opposite vectors, negative vectors. Right? They are cancelling one another. So A cross B and B cross A both are in opposite direction. They cannot be like this. Similarly, if I take the angle between the vector is 0, if it is sine 0, then A cross B if I take, so it's mod A mod B sine 0, that is 0 bar. When the angle between the vector is 0, it is 0. Similarly, if theta is 180 degrees, then A cross B is again mod A mod B sine 180, even this is also null vector. So when the angle is 0, it is null vector, when angle is 180, it is null vector. But if theta is 90 degrees, then A cross B for angle 90 degrees, this is very important. So A cross B, you will get it as mod A mod B sine 90. Well, sine 90 is 1 maximum. So therefore, this is maximum. So it's mod A mod B into 1. So it's mod A mod B maximum. You get highest. The highest cross product. The cross product will be maximum highest when the angle is 90 degrees perpendicular. So therefore, when theta is 90, right, the vector product is highest. Now considering this, taking this into consideration. Suppose if I take I cross J. Well, I was telling you, I is unilateral like x-axis, J like this. So this is I cap, J cap and K cap. Well, I cross J, you know, I is along x-axis, J is along y-axis. Well, both are perpendicular. So the angle is 90 degrees. When theta is 90, just now I have proved that if theta is 90, the cross product is highest, maximum. So therefore, I cross J, you get it as mod I mod J sine angle between I and J. Angle between I and J is 90, sine 90. Sine 90. So therefore, mod I1, mod J1, unit vectors. They are unit vectors along x and y. So mod I1, mod J1, sine 90 is 1. So finally you will get 1. Magnitude is 1. How about the direction? Well, I was telling you the direction for the cross product. The direction of the cross product is perpendicular to the plane of A and B. So the direction of I cross J, whenever you take two vectors, the cross product A cross B is mod A mod B sin theta. Now the direction, it's a vector product, so it yields vector. So the direction of the cross product is perpendicular to the plane of both A and B and given by right hand thumb. So therefore, if I take I and J, well, these both are perpendicular. When they are perpendicular, the maximum, so it's maximum. Now the direction is perpendicular to the plane of the vectors. So vectors are I and J, perpendicular to it. So perpendicular to I and J is K. So it is 1 unit magnitude, vector perpendicular to I and J. So this is K. Hence you get it as I cross J is equal to K. Very important point, right? Because I and J both are perpendicular. When angle is perpendicular, cross product is maximum. First point, right? When theta is 90 degrees right angle, the cross product will be maximum. Then the direction, highest. Well, I, J both are unit vectors. 1, this is 1, this is 1. Maximum angle, side 90 is 1. So the magnitude is 1. But how about the direction? So if I take I along the x-axis and J along y-axis, both are perpendicular, then the resultant, the transport is perpendicular to both these. If I take the plane of I and J like this, then IJ plane, the vector perpendicular to both IJ, xy plane, I is x, y is J is y. So perpendicular to I and J in the sense perpendicular to xy plane. Now perpendicular to xy plane, it is z axis. So now the resultant is of magnitude 1, a vector of 1 magnitude perpendicular to both x and y. Well, vector of 1 magnitude perpendicular to both x and y is K. Unit vector, 1 magnitude, unit vector perpendicular to x and y, it is z. So unit vector along z, it is K. Hence I cross J is K. Very important. Well, A cross B and B cross A both are not equal. So I cross J and J cross K, I also are not equal. So if I take J cross I, they are not equal, it's not K. But I said here these both are negative vectors, opposite vectors. Direction is opposite. So if this is plus K, then this will be minus K. I cross J will be upward normal, outward normal, that is plus. Well, J cross K will be inward normal, minus Z axis, downward. So it's minus. So therefore I cross J is plus K, J cross I minus K. Very important. Similarly, if I take J cross K. Now J cross, well again, according to the formula mod A mod B sin theta. So mod J mod K sin. What is J? Unit vector along y axis. What is K? Unit vector along z axis. Y and z both are perpendicular. So sin 90. So angle between J and K, JK, 90. So sin 90 degrees. Well, J is a unit vector. So magnitude is 1. K is 1. Sin 90 is also 1. So I get 1. Magnitude is 1. So magnitude of this is 1. Now what is the direction? Direction is perpendicular to the plane of both the vectors. So the direction of J cross K is perpendicular to both J and K. What is J? Unit vector along y axis. What is K? Unit vector along z axis. Perpendicular to both J and K, in the sense perpendicular to both y and z. Well, perpendicular to both y and z is x. So therefore the J cross K is, magnitude is 1, unit magnitude, and it's a vector perpendicular to both J and K. Well, J is y axis, K is z axis. Well, perpendicular to y and z is x, so it's a unit vector along x axis. This is IK. Very important. So therefore J cross Ki. Similarly, if I take K cross J, cross product of K and J, reverse. Well, both are not equal. So J cross K and K cross J are not equal. Then they are opposite, negative vectors. So if this is plus J, then this will be minus J. Sorry, if it is plus I, this is minus I. So I cross J is K, J cross I is minus K. J cross K is plus I and K cross J is minus I. Opposite. Then finally, now the third and the final one. Third one, see, if I want to find K cross I, Now think over, what would be k cross I? K is unit vector along z axis, I is unit vector along x axis. Z and x perpendicular. So according to the formula, a cross b, mod a mod b. So it's mod k mod I sine of the angle k and I. K is z axis, I is x axis. Z and x both are perpendicular sine 90. So this is 1, 1, 1. It's 1. Well, again it is, the resultant is 1. So k is 1, I is 1. They both are unit vectors, right? So therefore the resultant is unit vector again 1. But what is the direction? The direction of C is perpendicular to, the direction is perpendicular to both k and I. Perpendicular to both z axis and x axis. So k is along z axis, I is along x axis. Perpendicular to both z and x. The resultant is perpendicular to both the vectors, the plane. Kz, x is, so both zx perpendicular to both z and x is y. So it is a vector of one unit magnitude and perpendicular to both x and z. It is y. So unit vector along y, that is j. Very beautiful. So its k cap cross I cap is plus j. Well, how about I cross k? Obviously it is similar, right? So these identities are very important. Using these identities, now let us evaluate with these identities, let us evaluate the cross product of two vectors if the vectors are given in vector notation, IJK form. Suppose we will evaluate the vector form of the cross product of two vectors when they are given in vector notation, right? If they are given in vector notation, then let us find out the, now these are all important, let they stay, then using them we will evaluate the formula, right? Even that also you please remember. Like this. Now let us now find out what would be the cross product of two vectors if two vectors are given in IJK form. Now suppose, let's say A bar is equal to something like AX I cap, AY J cap, AZ K cap, given in IJK form. B bar is equal to BX I cap, BY J cap and BZ K cap. Now he is asking to find out what is the cross product of two vectors, A cross B. If I have to find out the cross product of two vectors, then what is A cross B? So he is asking to find out what is A cross B. Well, A cross B is a vector. You have to get the answer in terms of vector form. Again vector form I should get. So I have to find the magnitude and direction also. Which way? How? Let's do it. Well, let us go by the simple multiplication process. Well, we multiply the things as usually like this, okay? So it is A multiplied to B. So it is the first vector that is multiplied to second vector. First vector here multiplied to second vector. So each term of, every term of the first vector need to be multiplied to the every term, other term of the second vector there. So I have to multiply each term to all the other terms. Let's do it. Now come on, first. So AX into this. So it's AX BX times I cross I. AX BX times I cross I. Then these both. So it's AX BY times I cross J. Then 1, 2, 3. So it's AX BZ times I cross K. Similarly, if I have to multiply the second term to each term of this. So it's AY BX times J cross I. J cross I. Plus AY BY times J cross J plus AY BZ times J cross K. And finally, third term to each term of this. az bx times k cross I, az by times k cross j plus az bz times k cross k. Totally we get 9 terms. So when a bar and b bar are represented in vector notation ijk form, a bar given as axi ayj bzk, b bar given as bxi byj bzk, then the cross product of two vectors, well, by going by the ordinary multiplication process, multiplying each term to every other term of the other vector. So first ax to this, ax to this, ax to this, by to this, like this. So multiplying terms. Now let us apply these identities what we have learned into this. Well, in the first term it is I cross I. I cross I have already got 0. So this is 0 bar. 0 it is. Similarly j cross j. So here I got j cross j. This term is 0. And this is k cross k. Even this is also 0. Well, these are 0 vectors, and you know, whenever you add a 0 vector to any vector, there is no change in vector. So you can forget those terms there. So these terms are of no use. They are 0. Not required. So of no use. So usage of this is over. These identities we have applied. Now let us apply these identities now. Applying these identities into this one. Isn't? So first ax by I cross j. What is I cross j? K. So I shall substitute I cross j as k. So writing this, so a bar cross b bar is, therefore it is ax by cross I cross j. I cross j is k. So this is k. Next ax bz. So it's ax bz times I cross k. You see, I cross k here is minus j. We already found it is minus j. So this is minus j. Third term, this. So next, here it's ay bx times j cross I. Well, I cross j is plus k. J cross I is minus k. So this is minus k. Next, now for next term. Ay bz. So it's ay bz times j cross k. Well, j cross k I have got it as I. This is I plus az bx times this one k cross I. K cross I is plus j. So this is plus j. And finally az by. Az by k cross j. K cross j is minus I. So we got, first when I multiply each term to other term, every term of first vector to every other term of other vector, then I got 9 terms. Then of that, some of the components are 0, forget them. Then simplifying, I get 6 terms. Let us still further simplify. Let us take the common things out there. Now you see here it is ax by k cap, it's this is ax by k, ay bx minus k. So therefore writing these two. So a cross b is equal to, from these let's take k cap, k common. So it's ax by and this is minus k. So minus taking to this, it's ay bz. Right, ax by. Then it is ay bx, sorry, this is ay bx. Next, taking these two terms are over, these two are over. Now these two, let's take j common. So plus j times plus j, right, it is az bx, ax bz. So therefore plus az bx, this is minus here, so minus ax bz. Now these two terms are over, j terms. Now k terms, I let me take common. So if I take I common out, then it is ay bz minus az by. So writing this in correct form, a cross b is, So I first, so it's I cap times ay bz minus az by j plus j times az bx minus ax bz plus k times it is ax by minus ay bz dx. You can still further simplify this. You can even write like this: a cross b is equal to I cap cross ay bz minus az by. Well, here instead of taking plus j, let's take minus j. If I take minus j, then it is ax bz. Minus has come out, so this comes forward. Minus az bx plus k times ax by minus ay bx. So this is a cross b, cross product of two vectors actually. Suppose he is asking you to find out the magnitude of two vectors a cross b, then it is under root of magnitude. We know whenever a vector is given as a plus bj plus ck, then the magnitude root of a square b equals c square. So by that, this is something like a, this is something like b, and this is something like c, then it's a square plus b square plus c square. If I imagine this as a, this as b, this as c, right? So on substitution you get a cross b is equal to under root of, so this is ay bx bz minus az by whole square plus ax bz minus az bx whole square plus ax by minus ay bx whole square. And this finally you can write in simple as a cross b as determinant of, you can take it as I cap j cap k cap. This is ax bx, sorry, ay az bx by bz. Det, it is det of this. So it is I into ay bz minus by az. So I into ay bz minus by az minus j into ax bz minus bx az minus j into ax bz minus az bx plus k into ax by minus bx ay, k into ax by minus ay bx. So this way you can find out the cross product of two vectors, right? So this is the cross product. When vectors are given in vector form, you can find the resultant vector in this cross product in ijk form. Then you have to take the det, determinant of the vector, of the determinant of the coefficients, and find the thing. So finally you will get this as in this term, and its magnitude is like this. So you can find the magnitude, you can find the vector form. Well, from this you can find all the remaining things, components, angles, all, for all the things, because the cross product of two vectors will yield a vector. There is a vector coming out. So that vector has magnitude, direction, components, angles, directional cosines. Well, you can find all the things. So for after finding this, you can find all the remaining things from that, right? Thank you.